What a spectacular.
It's going into totality.
Wow. There you have it. We are in.
Yep, that diamond ring came through, and we see a little bit of those Bailey beads too as we're looking at it, those kind of the lights trickling through around the surface of the moon, coming through the peaks and valleys.
So what are we viewing on the left-hand side? This almost pink color effect.
Right, and so as we just heard from the last totality, you know, these pink fingers are popping out a little bit, and those are those solar prominences. They're appearing pink because of the helium rich, but we can see it. Let's focus on the corona here, that glow that we're getting, and we can see basically these streams that are coming out, a lot of that energy and brightness that we do not have the ability to see on a day-to-day basis. So with this total eclipse, we're able to see that corona nice and bright coming through in Torion.
That is just a magical view. Oh my goodness, Gina, okay, and so we've got so many questions coming in online right now from viewers watching this. Our first one is going to be from Justin, who wants to know, right now we are seeing a pretty clear and spectacular view of a total solar eclipse.
Yes.
But Justin wants to know, what will it look like if it's clouded over?
Right, so the view that we're getting right now, you won't be able to see that if it's clouded over, but you will have effects going on, right? You'll get a change in the temperature, so the temperature will drop. It'll still get darker as well.
It's already getting dark here in Kerrville.
I mean, we have some cloud coverage, right? And we're feeling a little extra wind. It's noticeably darker despite the clouds that we have. So you'll get some of those environmental effects, even if it's cloudy where you are.
And so a great follow-up, we've got Halloween Ghoul on YouTube who wants to know, again, will the temperature change during totality, which I know you mentioned that it will get a little bit cooler.
Yes.
But do you know about how many degrees we can expect?
Yeah, it depends on the location, the humidity, multiple factors, but it can change by about 10 degrees or so, depending where you are, maybe even a little bit more than that. And, we're feeling a little chilly kind of where we're sitting compared to what it was earlier. And I mean, I'm just staring at this view of totality that we have in Torion.
So we're about halfway through totality right now in Torion, Mexico. And again, I know folks said that this is almost double totality than 2017, right?
That's right. And so in 2017, we had a little more than 2 minutes. So we're lucky enough this time that we have over 4 minutes in some places too.
This is so beautiful. And so our next question from Sibel on Instagram wants to know, why is the sun more active right now?
So the sun is more active because we have an 11-year solar cycle. The sun goes from solar maximum to solar minimum, where it's changing its level of activity. Oh, and as you're seeing the screen, so I see in the bottom right there, we can see that prominence extending out. And as we heard earlier in Mazatlan, that is potentially the beginning of space weather activity. So we're talking about solar maximum. If there's a time to see any of that space weather activity during the total solar eclipse, this is the time to do it. So let's watch that as we go through totality in our other locations too, and maybe we'll be lucky to see some of
several partial eclipses. That's right. It's actually very important. It is of concern for astronauts who are in space because they experience the radiation of the sun that comes from solar flares and solar weather. But the reality is it's also affecting life here on Earth. It impacts the upper reaches of our atmosphere called the ionosphere, which is an electrified part of our atmosphere that is a conduit for communications. It's critically important. It can even affect power grids. And of course, if you ever have seen the Northern Lights, you've seen the effect of solar weather. But really the focus for today is where that solar weather starts, and that's in the corona, the sun's atmosphere. It's very unusual, and we don't exactly know what's happening because the sun's atmosphere is millions of degrees hotter than the surface of the sun. So we are hoping to learn today more about how that happens and why that happens so that we can better predict those solar flares and those things that impact us here on Earth.
Yeah, that's all extremely important and something that we're learning a lot today too. Pam, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you.
As we've learned, solar eclipses are very important to learn for many, many reasons. We have radio telescope operators who are studying the eclipse today for this very reason. Let's take a look at that work.
When the moon blocks the sun during a solar eclipse, there is a noticeable impact on Earth's upper atmosphere, known as the ionosphere. These changes can affect radio communications, including amateur radio, also known as ham radio.
Ham radio is a way you can talk to people all around the world. You set up a radio and antenna. You talk into the radio sends a signal up to the antenna sends a signal up to the sky. It bounces off of the electrified layer of the sky back down to Earth where you can talk to the person on the other side.
During the 2024 total solar eclipse, the Ham-Sci Citizen Science Project is inviting ham radio operators to transmit radio signals. The goal is to have people make as many radio contacts as they can with operators in different locations during the celestial event. By recording how strong their radio signals are and how far they go, ham radio operators and scientists can learn about how the ionosphere changes during solar eclipses.
Sometimes you can talk around the world and sometimes you can't. And that's all based on what the ionosphere is doing, what the sun is doing. When it works and you are able to talk to these faraway places, I find that really magical.
To learn how you can participate, follow Do NASA Science on X and Facebook.
And we are minutes away from the total solar eclipse over Kerrville, Texas. The temperature is dropping. As you can see, I have to throw on a jacket. The sky is dimming. We're on the edge of our seats, and we are joined now with astronaut and commander of the Artemis II mission to the moon, Reed Wiseman. Reed, it's an honor to have you here.
Thank you. The crowd noise, the fact that the sun is behind the clouds most of the time and peeking out, it's so wonderful.
I know.
True. Thanks for being here, Reed.
As you can hear, we are ready.
We are right there.
So exciting. So tell us, Reed, obviously everybody is excited, but have you seen a total solar eclipse before?
Never a total, so I will share this darkness with you and this whole crowd the first time.
Oh my
wow,
gosh,
this is incredible.
That's
so
great.
too, what considerations do you and your fellow Artemis astronauts need to think about when related to the sun when traveling back to the moon?
Well, it's great to see Pam Melroy on your last clip, a dear friend of mine, so it was nice to see Pam's face over there. But when we're heading out to the sun, it's really radiation is our big thing that as we're heading out to the moon.
Yeah.
It's really the
Not the
solar
sun.
radiation that we're most thinking about there as the danger from the sun, and the Apollo astronauts dealt with it, and we've dealt with it for a long time on the International Space Station, and we have a lot of data from the moon from our NASA probes that have gone out there and collected, so we think we know what we'll encounter.
Great, okay. And tell me, Reed, how does it feel to be the commander of NASA's first crewed mission going back to the moon since Apollo?
I'm flying with Victor Glover, Christina Cook, and Jeremy Hansen, the three best.
Team, yes.
Amazing.
I know, so every day that I go into work, I won't say every day is easy, but every day is fun, and I'm flying with people that have principles, they have integrity, and they have just so much knowledge and professionalism. It's a dream come true. And getting to work with the whole team, the international team, it's the best.
Wow. Well, thank you so much for being here with us, Reed. You know, really quickly, do you have any advice for anybody that might want to follow in your footsteps one day?
We always say that you have to find that job that you love, go all in on it, live your best life, be as good of a professional as you can, and someday apply for the program. And we look forward to seeing your application come across our desk.
Thank you, Reed, and good luck on your upcoming mission.
Thank you. Great to be here.
Now, if anybody feels like reaching for the stars, NASA is actually currently accepting applications to be an astronaut. You could one day travel to the moon and eventually to Mars. From teachers to scientists to even those in our armed forces, we are looking for a diverse group to take humanity farther into the cosmos. You can apply now through April 16th.
No, I just started here and then worked my way to the end. All of these threads go back and forth, and then basically each line here, you put that many on. So there's 8. You just put 8 on at a time, and you put them right under there, and they pop up right.
We are under 2 minutes actually, away from totality here in Kerrville, Texas, which will mark the start of our eclipse coverage across America. Now, folks, we have a little bit of cloud coverage right now in Kerrville, so we are showing the Dallas feed. But again, we're holding out hope.
We are.
Gina and I are thrilled to be here with Dr. Nicola Fox, who is the Associate Administrator of NASA's Science Mission Directorate. Nikki, thank you for being here.
Oh, I wouldn't be anywhere else.
Thanks for being here, Nikki. So tell us how the science conducted today will really impact the future of exploration at NASA Science.
Oh, wow, there's so much that we're going to be doing today. We're going to be studying the sun. We're going to be studying the Earth's atmosphere and how that changes. You can see it getting dark here. And, you know, we've got these little magnetometers. They're going to be all across. We have 30 of them all the way across. I'm going to hold it up.
Very nice. Love
Magnetometers, and we're gonna be having these all the way across the path of totality. And it sounds like we should go.
We should get up.
All right, let's go.
Oh my goodness.
Less than a minute. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Okay.
All right, glasses on, Nikki? Yes?
Yeah,
or
glasses
no?
on, but we're about to get, yeah.
There's some cloud
there's
coverage.
some cloud coverage.
It's trying to peek out,
It is trying. It is trying. It is trying.
Windy,
it is getting
for
dark
sure.
here. The wind's picked up. You could actually see the birds started flying in a very weird pattern a minute ago.
Good point.
Come on, clouds.
Everyone's
Wow.
screaming.
Yes.
You know, I might have to switch to Team Sun.
Come on. Oh my goodness. We're there. We're nearly there. Okay.
There you go.
Wow, the crowd is counting down.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, it's beautiful.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
That is amazing.
Wow.
I told you. No, go away, clouds. Go away, clouds.
They're gonna
Look
move.
at that. Oh my goodness. I have been saying all day. Look how dark. Look how dark it is around here. Yeah.
It is just this white ring.
White ring.
Yeah, it's so dark.
It is so dark. It is so
You can see
dark
the planes.
here.
You can sky much better.
Wow.
You can.
Everybody
We have
just
planes and helicopters and drones
The whole
all over
crowd
the place
is
today.
just
Look at
looking
the
up.
clouds are going to clear for us.
That. Yes! Yes! Woo!
Oh my
Look at that! Just
That's
look
amazing.
at that. That is
And we have
incredible.
about, what, 4 minutes
Oh, yeah.
to
4
just
minutes
bask.
and 25 seconds.
To be
Yes.
I mean, this really,
Yes.
again, reminds you that we are on this one planet, you know,
Yes.
in this larger system.
And you have to be on this planet to see what we're seeing.
You do.
right
That's
now.
why we are Team Sun, Earth, and Moon. Because you need the moon for an eclipse. You need the sun for an eclipse. And we're
Right.
standing on the Earth to see it.
Oh man.
So, all of
Amazing.
NASA science represented by a total